Yeah, when I think about my background and kind of like my story, race and ethnicity definitely played a big role.
I wouldn't say I find power in necessarily being a Black and Swedish woman, because the way America today hasn't really allowed for minorities or foreigners or women to be successful.
I have right hemiplegia, which is a form of cerebral palsy. I think it's affected a lot in athletics. Lots of disabled people don't get opportunities as able-bodied people do, and I think disability is a very important part of who I am.
Growing up biracial, when I was younger, it was kind of hard to figure out like what group I fit into, with my mom being white and my dad being Black, and I don't have any passing privilege. I'm very I'm dark-skinned, but I'm not necessarily white or Black to some people, so that was really hard.
I think it's hard being Black and Swedish. It's battles between showing your different cultures and who you are as a person, and I think that when I find struggles in finding who I am, because there's two different sides to me, and I think that throughout my journey of life, it's really just finding my identity and who I am as a person.
Since I could pass as not being disabled, I didn't really run into a lot of issues there, but once I got in the pool, it's really, you can definitely tell. So some of the challenges I faced there were more like coaches would not have room for me in their groups, or I wouldn't have a lot of space to swim, and so I would get stuck behind people, and just and so I would really, I had challenges in practice, and so that translated over into frustration with the sport.
People think that because I'm light-skinned, I cannot claim my Blackness. People assume who I am and how I act based on what I look like. I think people need to gain more cultural experience and educate themselves beyond textbooks and school books.
First and foremost, it's time for everyone to step up. You asked me kind of about what it was like being a minority on campus, or like growing up in that population, and like how that impacts me. And I think one thing I'll say is that it's not just minorities who need to be speaking out now, or people of color who are speaking out. It's time for everyone to be speaking out. And it's time for everyone to be speaking out on all kinds of issues, not just racism. Any kind of ism, like we don't have any place for that in our world anymore. I think it's just we're too far removed from those ideals to continue to have those. And so I think if I had anything else, it'd just be time to rise again together, and to kind of erase those biases and discrimination that all kinds of people face, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, religion, all those kinds of things.